Welcome to Speak Your Truth podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Yasmina Fly.
I'm Samara.
Books by Mary.
And welcome to Speak Your Truth.
Today's topic is about the economic disadvantages of the black male.
Correct. So, how do y'all feel about this actual topic?
Okay. I think it's a very pressing topic, especially in the black community. And I think a lot of people are not adhere to it and do not want to talk about it or be truthful and honest about how it came about.
Okay.
That's true. Nobody really wants to talk about the root of the problem. And I feel like it's 2019. When are things going to change? And I guess that's why we're here. We're here to talk about it, put it out there so people will know. And I guess maybe if we get more people involved in the conversation, then maybe we can inspire some real change in the community.
Right.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. And actually, that's a good point. Community, culture, society, the family. The black family, it's like the black family has been separated. There's no unity. Started back in slavery, we were separated. Our mentality was to come against each other versus unite with each other. The black woman is considered this day to be the strongest force in the black household. Black families are not together. Black men, it's hard for them to get jobs, to get equal pay, right pay as other men from different cultures,
Right.
Caucasian, Asian. It's hard for them to get business loans, to
Right.
start businesses. So it's like it affects that affects the black male, it affects the black family.
Right.
Because the black family depends on the black male for the structure of the black family.
And it's like the white man don't think twice about looking at the black man twice. It's like they automatically think they're failures just off looking at them. Just like that comes with the stereotype. Like it's like black men are always being stereotyped.
Exactly. It's like and I agree with that. If I could just expand on that. The stereotypes are they look at the black male, they look at how they're dressed, they look at even our hair. They think because we don't have the naturally straight, neat hair because we are cultural people and we roll and we want to be cultural and look like our culture.
Right.
Designed us to look like. So therefore, with stereotype, even sometimes just black people as a whole, but especially black male, if you go into a store, they automatically think you came to steal or rob.
Right.
If you don't have on a suit and a tie. If you have on jeans, a white t-shirt, sneakers, gym shoes, and you just dress down and you just look like they just automatically think you don't have any money or you can't afford to buy anything out of the store. So they automatically get a look that, oh, I came to rob you.
And it's just because they're black. It's no other reason.
Right.
That's what the reason is, because they're black.
That and the fact that they're jealous of black men too.
That's
I
true,
think
too.
deep down inside, we're
Right.
stronger, we're taller, we're
Yes,
powerful, we're
yes.
smarter. We created civilization.
We can do anything.
But then they keep us down, especially the black men, because they will give us jobs, women,
Right.
before they give the man the job,
Right.
changing the power structure,
Yes.
Right.
basically messing up our relationships with our men. We getting better jobs.
Yes.
They not getting jobs or either getting lesser pay jobs.
Yes.
I think to be honest with you, I feel like it's a plan to mess up the black family.
Right.
What do y'all think?
I do too.
Yes.
And I feel like that plan was orchestrated a long time ago.
Actually, I would say not to go back to slavery, and I'm not a racist, or I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not against any race, just to make that clear. I'm just stating facts of just being a black woman and wanting a black man and wanting to see more black families, which there's nothing wrong with that. And strong black men running the families because they're leaders, but they need to know that they are born leaders. I think from slavery, it was embedded. So now a lot of people still have a slave, I call it a slave mentality.
Yeah.
That I get a 9 to 5, I don't own a business, I work here,
Right.
I get a gold watch, I retire, and guess what? I'm still broke.
A gold watch.
I buy a house, get a white picket fence, a couple of nice cars, and that's the American dream. That's the
Yeah.
American lie.
Right.
It's been put into our head. We've been brainwashed, and it's time to make changes. And honestly, we are the only ones that can make the change for our culture and our people. And one thing about it, black women have to stand behind black men.
We
right.
do.
Stop degrading them,
Right.
putting them down, making them feel less than. Support them, build them up. We should be empowering our men
I
from
agree.
young to old. And if you're dating, if you're married, hold them up.
Right.
Don't put them down. Oh, you're not this, you don't do this. First they want to call you the N-word. You ain't this, you ain't. No, empower them to be better. That as a woman, we have that power to
Exactly.
empower them, and if we bring it to them, they want to listen to us because they see us as a force.
Exactly.
We run households, we raise kids by ourselves. Why we can't empower our men? We go out here, we make 6 figures. We go to college, get degrees. We run corporations. They take our ideas that we put out there and they run the corporation and take the credit for it.
Right. And it's like, if the black woman don't believe in the black man, then who will?
Exactly.
But society has tricked us into thinking that we're better than the black
Right,
man by
right.
giving us the jobs,
Job,
giving us
right.
the better opportunities.
Right. Because
I hear from men all the time, they be like, I try to, I want an independent woman, but, we belittle them. We
Right.
be like, you ain't nothing, you ain't got no job, you don't
Right,
have this,
right,
well,
right.
look at me, I don't need a man.
that's
Right.
the first thing we
But
call
you
them.
do need a man,
That's the
honey.
first thing that a black
You need
woman
a
will
man.
say.
Right.
That's the first mistake
Yes.
of a black woman.
Yes.
It's been embedded. But guess what? If you go look at other cultures, they
stick
get married.
together.
They got their wives and their husbands. They do the same stuff that black people do.
True.
Right.
We're all human.
Right.
But one thing about it, they are married. They are solid.
They stick
They
together.
stick together.
They do.
We get mad and we bounce.
Yeah.
We out. This happened. Oh, I'm out here. I got to go. I
Right.
can't take this.
Or now I'm a lesbian.
Oh yeah. Now I'm turned. You know what I'm saying? I'm back.
Right.
You
Right.
know, you done flipped the script and you done left the whole cultural thing that actually God put into place.
Right.
And that's what is. And the man is the head, no matter what his race is. He is the head. Besides
Exactly.
God, and it trickles down. The black man is a leader. We need to build them up,
We do.
support them, help them. If you got a strong black man, imagine the force of black men coming together, black families coming together, and the unity.
That's unstoppable.
Their fear is that that's what's gonna happen, and we will take over the
Exactly.
world
Yeah,
because we
Can't
are
stop that.
we are powerful in what
Very
we do.
powerful.
I agree.
Very powerful. But do you know that statistics say that a rich white man, well, if you're born rich and you're white, you will stay rich. But if you're born rich and you're black, you will eventually end up poor.
You know why? Black people are not taught how to invest. Not putting anything on athletes or NFL players, not badgering people with money. Not at all. We're not taught how to invest our money properly. We don't take pride in how we spend our money. The first thing we do is buy the highest car in the market.
And
we
clothes.
in
The
the
biggest
biggest
house.
in the biggest house with 20 rooms, and it's 2 people, and you can only sleep in one room.
Right.
You got 15 bathrooms. You can only take a Dunkin' one.
Yep.
And you can't send your kids to college.
Right, and you can't pay for college because you got, people don't know, but you got student loans out the wazoo. So, I'm sorry. So basically, it's about managing money. Most black people don't have insurance, life insurance. They don't have the proper insurance to back them up in case of anything happening. Black people are not taught that.
No.
That's not in our culture. We're taught to go to college,
We're taught to
follow the
look
American
good.
dream,
That's
look
it.
good, look like
And
what
cook
you
good.
and cook
That's
good.
it. And unity is nowhere
And
near
we
in
need to
there.
be talking
No.
about finance. One thing I would say, not to get off subject, finance needs to be put in the curriculum
It does.
of school, but it should be a part of your home of raising your
Mhm.
children. Every parent needs to talk about finance to their children,
Yeah.
and it starts with, again, the black man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If he not taught finance, do you think he gonna teach his children finance? Because guess what? Not knowingly, he knows nothing about finance.
Right.
Because he only knows what he was traditionally taught.
Right.
That's if he's even free, Mary.
Right.
Because we got, according to theeconomist.com, 8% of prime age black men did not work because they were incarcerated, compared to 1.5% of white people. 8% white percent. I mean 1%
That's
white
a big.
percent.
That's 7. What is that?
That's a 7.5% difference.
7 to 6.5% difference.
That's ridiculous.
So you got 1 man versus 7. If you look at on the
Exactly.
On the chart.
So you got 7 black men in prison, and you got 1 white male. So
Right.
guess what?
7 daddies.
You
in
got
prison.
7 more black women
7 husbands.
without a man.
They
Right.
supposed to be in their children's lives.
And we
but they
already
in prison.
outnumber them.
You got
Something
7
small.
more women don't have a chance of a husband.
Right. This is crazy. Oh.
So when you look at it, and it's a real talk that people don't. And what bothers me is people don't want to talk about this, but you know they'll talk about stuff that doesn't matter. They'll talk about bringing the black family back together. And the first thing is to strengthen the black man.
Yeah.
If you strengthen the black man, you strengthen the black household.
That's
carries
the
the
solution.
family.
That's the solution.
It's a cultural thing, society, and society and economics roll hand in hand.
Yes. Totally
Culture.
agree.
Oh, this is my culture. This is that. Go back to your culture. Go back to your history. Study. Know who you are. Know where you came from. If you know your power, you can move in your power.
Right.
If you don't know your power and you let people tell you who you are and put this mandate on you as to what you can do and who you are, that's what you're gonna be.
Right.
So if we came together like we should, and women, I know, and you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I ain't trying to piss no women off. I'm sorry if I piss you off. It's all good.
That's why we here to
Maybe
piss people off,
you
Mary.
is. Let me tell you, if you stop laying down having these kids, and you're mad at the dude that you had the kid by, it's their fault. You already knew he couldn't provide for you nor the child.
Right.
Instead of taking your time, you're building each other up, you're building something, you're making something happen that's stable, and then you have the kids, and guess what? Then you have a stable family. It's just about the order of how we do things. But it goes back again, all of it to slavery.
And how we were raised.
Culture.
Because
It all goes back. So everybody has to take a part and make the change to make it different and to make it work.
Right.
But-
If we don't respect ourselves and show other cultures that we don't
Right.
respect ourselves and have community and unity,
Right.
how do we expect to even rise
Right.
as far as salaries concerned, as far as executive positions,
Right.
and just better jobs, better opportunities? We don't even come together.
Right.
So why would they give us good
And
jobs?
when we do come together, we argue and we fuss and we fight.
Right.
And we on Instagram
Can't
and
get along.
Facebook, we in a fist fight,
Right.
taking somebody out,
Right.
talking, just pull on up.
You don't see the white people on Facebook and Instagram telling their enemy to just pull on up.
No, not in public. They don't do that.
They don't do that.
We twerking.
We twerking, we
And they calling lawyers to take care of their
exactly,
business.
Right.
exactly. Jewish lawyers.
Jewish lawyers.
Right.
Okay.
Who run the world. They
Exactly.
own everything.
I have just one more statistic I want to add because I think it's crazy. White men are 61.3% of executives nationally, while black people, this includes black men and women, represent less than 8%.
Right.
Together.
So that means Caucasians run the country and we work for them.
Right.
Right.
Only a few of us get to work beside them.
Right.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
Key point, even if the black man work beside them, or the black, or just in general, you still don't make the same salary.
Never.
Right.
And you know what? You still don't get the same privileges.
Nope.
You understand? So therefore, we always, and I tell people this all the time, you got to be one step ahead of the game
Right.
all the time. Even if you got to always think a little bit ahead. You always got a little bit wise and a little bit smarter. So when they think they got you, they don't have you.
Right.
It's just about the knowledge. It's about just learning things and doing different things and just empowering. You have to empower yourself. You have to be empowered. You got to go in. And I say this, have a vision and a strategy. Because you work somewhere don't mean you don't have a vision or a strategy or some way that you're going to get out of that job. It's okay to work a job because you got to work to eat. You got to take care of your family. You got to take care of yourself. At the same time, you don't have to be there forever. Have a vision, have a strategy, have a plan, have a way out. You got to have a strategic plan for life. And most black people do not. They don't even have a living will.
Right.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that it's just so hard for black men to get up there that they just give up and they don't care about all the things that you said we need. We need more education about our finances and stuff like that.
I think for some of them are just probably lazy because they are lazy. But I think for most of them that is the case. They get to the point where they feel like, well, I might as well just give up because I'm this number years old and I've been trying to do it for this amount of years and it's still not working for me. Or I was cool with a white guy and we was trying to get the same job but he got it before I did. Or vice versa. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like after you try so long you give up because there's nothing there or you feel like it's nothing there.
I back that up with saying I think a lot of times I think they're failures.
Right.
And like you say, it's harder. It's definitely harder for us. I mean, us as black people and as the black male is 3 times as hard for versus a black female. You know, so I think they give up. They feel like, okay, this is the best I could do. I'm gonna stay at this job. I'm gonna embrace this because this is all I could get. I've been trying to this. I've been trying to that. Nobody give me a break. Especially coming out of the prison system.
Right.
Coming out of the prison system, most of them don't stand a chance if they don't go to some type of embetterment or place to make them better, program, or even once they go through a program to give a skill set and go to a higher level of education.
Right.
Mentorship, maybe another black man to help them build them up. A lot of them don't do that because if they're coming from the street of violence, crime, drugs, they end up going back to what they know works for them.
Yeah,
right.
That was gonna
Because
be
that's where they're going to get the money, that's where they're going to, the
That's
survival
all they know.
technique, that's all they know until they come under the arm of another strong black man and say, hey man, you can do this. And that's what we need. More leaders in the black community, in the male figure to take the wings on the other men that are weak.
But look, once you think about it, when they coming out of the prison system, they don't have anybody. So it's kind of like they can't just go get a job because you can't be a felon, you can't have a record,
Right.
you can't do this. Even if it's a misdemeanor, they're looking at that too. So it's like, what do I do now? I might as well go back to doing what I was doing because that was the only thing keeping me afloat. Because at that point, once they get out and they have a record, it's basically over with for
You're
them.
set up to fail.
Because the system is actually set up. First, you first of all, culturally, it's set up for you not to make it. You do something, you go to prison, you do time, you get out. It's set up for them not to help you. The society, government, whatever you want to say, not to help you come out of that. So guess what? It's just a rotation of a failed system.
Right.
And a cycle. So guess what happens to that person? They go back to prison. They end up dead.
Right.
Or if they just, God forbid, run into the right person, decide to make the change, decide to go through the struggles and push hard, they get a break. But we know how it usually plays out. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we end up losing in the end.
Yes.
Always.
I got one more statistic if y'all don't mind about the median salaries that black people earn versus white people. And this was as recent as 2017. On average, white men were making $60,388. That's just median.
Right.
Black men, 42,076.
Yeah.
So let's just switch it a little bit. Now we're talking about the black man who went to college, right?
Yes.
He went to college. He grew up, maybe 1-2 parent home. It don't matter. He grew up. He made the grades. He went to college. He finished college. He's in corporate America.
So why he can't be in the 60,000 bracket?
Exactly. Why is this not illegal?
It should be.
You know what I mean?
It should be because there's no way you got the same education as another nationality, but you making $20,000 less than they are per year.
Probably working harder.
Right. Probably smarter.
You know it.
9 times out of 10, smarter.
Let me tell y'all, I'm a Uber Lyft driver at night, and I meet these white corporate men. They are so dumb. most of the time they get these jobs through their fathers or somebody they
Yes,
know,
uncles.
some type of fraternity connection and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. I'm like, how are you this dumb and you make this much money?
Right.
But we are just trying. We go to work early. We leave late.
Yep.
We work weekends.
Yep.
We allow you to call us on our personal cell phone that you don't pay the bill for.
And call us in when we off.
Right.
And we still come in.
Enslaved mentality.
All over. It's just, I don't understand.
And another thing on the education thing and how things are set up, you know what it's called? White privilege.
Oh, yes.
It's already set up for that. Out and what I work and what I do, I've seen it. And I don't know if it was indirect or direct, but I've seen it. Not that the people I don't work for, they're good people and all that, and I've been there and I have good rapport, but I've seen it. So it doesn't matter about your longevity, how much they say that like you, whatever. It's still like you still experience it in certain areas, and not just from my people that I work for, just people come in. The people, not my employee, no, nothing there. It's just in the whole in the environment, but not the employee setting.
Right.
But you see it in the environment that you work in. So you get to see that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but the employee setting, there's no problem. It's just the environment of the workforce itself, and just the environment of people coming in and out and dealing with all different types of people. You get to see that. So.
I don't want to get off subject, but I have a statistic here too. It's actually about white women and black women. Do you know that on average, and this is since 2016, the white woman makes at least $58,000, while the black woman makes $40,000.
Yeah.
I can believe that.
So it's, it's sad, but it's been set up from days of slavery back in the 1700s.
Yeah.
You go back, you do your history, and you'll be able to see how it was already in place. And if you go back and do your history, you'll get to see from the 1700s the things that happened, and it'll reflect back on 2019. Just do research and you'll be able to see those things, and you'll be like, wow, this is what's going on today.
History repeats itself.
And that's the sad part about it. The thing is, we have to change. We have to be better as a people, culture, society. All that runs together. We have to be better. We have to know history. We have to know who we are. We have to make those changes. Nobody's going to come in and make those changes for us. We have to strengthen ourselves and make those changes. We have to unite. And all the garbage that we are focused on, people are more focused on garbage and things that really don't matter, and that's the problem. If we can take our focus off of things that don't matter and put them on things that matter, we will be a much better class of people.
Right.
There is no middle class. You're either poor, you got it, or you don't. You'll have or you'll have not.
And
that's just
another
the society that we live in today.
With the system, it's like we can do something small as a black community and be put in jail for years, but you have these white people out here, serial killers, and going to these schools and killing these kids, and like the lady hung the baby in the daycare, but she only got probation because she white. But if she was black, she'd be in jail for the rest of her life.
Right. The system is set up.
The system is set up to try to label us as failures, label our black men as failures.
Yeah, it's set up.
Because that's the first thing they do is lock them up. Lock them up, throw them in there, and you don't see them for a while. And when they come out, they know they're going back to the same thing. So they know once they started, it's hard to stop it. So once they got you in there one time, you're going back 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times. And that's what they want.
You institutionalize after that.
Right.
Exactly. And they wonder why they try to say, oh, okay, they crazy or this, that, and the third. You made us this
You
way
made us crazy.
because you put us in here knowing that we weren't supposed to be in there, or they weren't supposed to be in there.
Right.
And one thing about being a part of an institution, whatever it is, what we have to learn is that everything starts with the mind. So if you throw an animal in a cage and lock them up, that changes their whole mindset and way of
Exactly.
thinking and way of doing things.
Exactly.
That becomes just like a creature of habit. So now this is what I'm used to. This works for me. I'm comfortable here.
Right.
I go out to the world, it's too hard for me.
Right.
This works for me, so let me be encaged. So people don't understand how the mind works and out and the mentality and how everything comes together. And that's very powerful. The mind is a very, very powerful force. You know, when you start dealing with the institutionalizing people, put them in and out of prison, they actually have a mindset to be institutionalized.
Yeah.
And you wonder why, oh, he keep going back to prison. That's what he loves. That's what he knows. That's what that's what is in his head right now. That's comfortable to him. That works for him. Oh, I don't have to get out here. I'm gonna go back in here.
And they don't tell you that they medicate them while they're in there.
Yeah, so it's a whole lot
How
to
to
it.
medicate them. It's just, it's
So-
crazy.
But basically,
I know we could talk about this forever and ever.
Yeah.
It's a never ending topic.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
But I want to know, as we wrap up the show, from each of you, what do you think the solution is? What do you think the solution is? What do you think the solution is? Books
Okay.
by Mary?
Okay. This is what topic.
I mean, it can be as raw as you need it to be.
Hey, don't tell me.
Speak your
I don't
truth.
think y'all ready for me.
Speak your truth.
I think the solution is empowerment, for one. I think it's like when you got lost souls, people that don't know, they don't have the knowledge, they're not empowered, and a lot of our men are lost. They don't know their power, they don't know their position.
Right.
So that starts with other people coming into that section, that arena of the life and empowerment. It starts with knowledge. It's like each one teach one.
Right.
I know something. I teach you something. I help you. I get here. I bring you up. It's just like society. It's like if I become a millionaire, I go back to my community, grab my people, and I start embracing, I start pouring, I start giving. I'm building more millionaires. We're all building. It's like you start to help each other. It starts with other black men empowering other black men. It starts with the black woman empowering the black man.
Right.
Stop putting the black man down.
Right.
You see a brother, embrace the brother.
Right.
Tell him something positive. It's gonna be okay. You know, and every time you meet a woman meet a black man, it's not sexual. It's not to be in a relationship. Sometimes God puts you in the presence of a person just to help them through a situation. You got to know the motive for meeting a person. Sometimes your voice, what you give that person, will help build them up.
Right.
Sometimes just you say, a brother come to you say, I just need help. I'm trying to get a job. Can you do my resume? Do the resume.
Yeah.
You just never know where the man is gonna go. He get the job, now he in the workforce. He looking at, okay, this black woman, this sister helped me.
Right.
You understand what I'm
she didn't
saying?
want nothing
And she
from
didn't
me.
want nothing
Right,
from me.
right.
Stop laying down with the man having the kids. And then you expecting him to be what he already showed you he not.
Right.
That's another issue.
Yeah.
The man show you who he is on the front center line. Don't try to make it be what you want it to be. If he a duck, he quite like a duck, he's a duck.
Yeah.
Okay, let him go back to the water.
Yeah.
Okay,
Personally.
yes.
Yeah,
So basically, you got, but we still have to build them up. We have to build each other up just as a community of people. When we're on these jobs, stop backlashing each other, putting each other down behind our backs. Go to your sisters, and I know we're talking about men, but sisters, go to sisters.
Yeah.
Tell your sister something. You see your sister, get her right. Look, girl, let me tell you,
Yeah.
that ain't the thing to do.
They looking after you now.
That ain't
I'm
the thing
just
to
letting
do.
you know.
I'm coming to you, sister to sister. With
You
sister
about to
love.
get written up.
Come on,
Yeah.
girl. Tighten it up, tighten it up.
Right.
So I think when we start coming as a force, teaching, and one thing people don't do is God is important.
Of course. He's the center of everything.
He's the center of everything. You gotta have, and I ain't talking about Christianity, I'm talking about spirituality.
Right.
You gotta have a spiritual connection with the head man.
Yeah.
You gotta have that connection. You gotta have that relationship. I don't care what you believe. You could call yourself a Christian, whatever you want to call yourself. I don't really care. I'm not against any type of religion. But whoever you worship, you gotta have some spiritual connection there.
Yeah.
And I worship God, Yeshua, the Spirit. So you gotta have the connection there, okay? And that's where you start. And we just gotta, it's just gotta be that you work together. We gotta have unity as a people. It's like a community. It's a cultural thing. It's something that we have to do together. We gotta come together. And you know what? I'm gonna let y'all talk. I know I'm long with it. But if you go back to history of like MLK, Hosea Williams, Joseph Eli, all the black activists. We don't have that type of stuff in position anymore. We don't have those type of leaders that are trying to put the black people together and do marches and do things and come together and speak the truth. People are afraid to speak the truth.
Because they started giving us a little bit of
Because
money.
they are afraid
The
of...
ones with the little bit of money, they
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
I understand.
They
Like,
young.
ooh, I never
And
had
they-
this much money.
they
I better
never
shut
had
up. I
money.
ain't got nothing to say.
Speak
Exactly.
the truth. If everybody can speak the truth, who's afraid? What you afraid of? What more they gonna do to us?
Right.
Right.
They done already stripped us away of everything else.
Our
Years ago.
entire culture.
They've been doing that. They've been doing that before I was
say
even born.
what you
Okay.
got to say. Speak the truth. Walk the truth. Walk in your power.
Yes.
Every day, walk with your head up. Look them in the eye. Walk in your power. They're going to see that you're powerful. Move in the power that you have.
And if you have no control over something, just don't worry
Let it
about
go.
Let
Yeah.
it go.
It ain't got
A
nothing
lot
to
of
do with you.
times
It'll always work
we
out
get
for
to the
you
point
anyway.
where we feel like we gotta carry other people's weight. But if it don't have nothing to do with you, if you can't fix the situation, then don't worry about
If it's not serving you on a higher calling, it ain't for you.
it. Right? Now,
What do you think the solution is, Samara?
I'm gonna back Mary up
Okay.
when she said that we have to come together as a community
Yes.
and figure it out. I mean, they gang up on us, so we need to gang up on them. If we get together, because we powerful, so if we
Yes.
get together as a race, even men and women together as a race, and come together, like have that unity, then who can stop us? We that powerful.
We are.
So it's kind of like they gang up on us and they weak.
Yes.
So if they can gang up on us and they weak, we can definitely gang up on them
Yeah.
because we super powerful.
They
Yes.
know that.
That's
They
the
know
point.
we
That's
are.
the point.
We
They
don't know
that.
we are.
Exactly.
That's the crazy
Who,
thing about it.
who built everything?
And we are powerful.
Who
Our black
built
men.
everything?
Oh my goodness.
Who built it? Who are the first people here? Who built this stuff?
Everything.
Everything.
We did.
Everything.
They not gonna say that though.
And everyone.
Who took the credit?
Exactly. The white people,
They took the credit.
of course.
Y'all.
Because we black, so we not stable enough or we not smart enough to do it. You
Yes.
know?
Yes.
But we are. We actually smarter than them. We can actually
and I'm
go out here and do
And
it
I'm
with
not
no
Starting
problem.
it all.
I'm gonna back this up. Fear.
That's
Fear,
what
fear,
it
fear.
is.
Oh, it's a lot of fear.
I'm scared. I'm fear. I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna this. I'm gonna that.
Right.
Fear that I'm gonna get fired for this. I'm gonna get fired for that. So you take stuff. You deal with stuff. Fear. That's why you gotta
You
have
gotta
a
have
vision.
faith
You gotta
over
have
fear.
a vision.
Yeah.
You
It's
gotta
gotta-
have faith.
Yes.
Like if you're not walking on faith, you can't be nothing but scared.
right.
So
Totally
if
agree.
as long as you walking on faith, then you good. You straight. You don't have no fear. You don't have nothing to worry about. But we get scared to the point where we like, okay, we already know the white people don't want us to have this or don't want us to have that. So we get scared when we need to be thinking, okay, we can really outdo the white people.
And again, it's not about necessarily outdoing. It's just about coming together
Right.
to get what we're supposed to have.
Get
What's
right.
due us.
ours.
Everything is stripped away from us since the beginning of time.
Right.
We even asked for the slogans. Black Lives Matter. We can't even have a slogan.
No.
All lives
all
matter.
lives matter.
And that wasn't the focus to take it off of
That's not
all
the
lives.
point.
It was saying at the point what was going on in society,
Black lives
we
matter.
want to just make it known that our lives matter too.
Right.
Actually, our lives matter more, but that's a personal
Right.
thing.
But it wasn't to take away from the world,
It is
society,
what it is.
and other cultures and races. It was, and whatever nationalities. It was just saying, hey, you're stripping us, you're killing our men.
Right.
We already don't have enough,
Right.
and you're killing them for stupid stuff. You're shooting them in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, he ran.
Because you insecure.
Right, because you was scared, because you had fear.
You're afraid.
You're
of him.
afraid.
Right.
But he's not doing anything to you.
We can't have
What?
nothing.
Yeah.
What is your solution? What are you
Actually, I really like y'all's solution. Basically, Books by Mary, empowerment. Samara, unity and empowerment. I think those two, once we get that, this is going to sound crazy. We need the unity and we need the empowerment. We need to go back to Africa.
Yes.
We do.
We gotta go into the culture.
We
We
gotta
all
see
need
what's
to
going
return to Africa. I was watching this documentary a long time ago about Akon. Y'all remember Akon?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, once he got all his money, he went back to Africa, built roads, gave them water systems, basic things that we
Yeah.
have that they don't. And he was basically talking to Black Americans. He was like, we could do a lot in Africa with our skill
With our
set.
skill.
Everything that we have built over here, we need to take it home because we got the natural land. That's our land. It's our, I just feel like our culture just needs to come together.
Mhm.
That has a lot to do with today's Africans too.
Yeah.
I think we feel rejected by them, and then we also reject them because we don't really know each other.
Yeah.
They don't really tell us much.
No.
A lot of them haven't really acknowledged the whole slavery factor and their ancestors' part in that,
Right.
because they were selling us over here too. That's
Yes,
how it got
that's how
started.
it
got- Right.
The white man just made it more brutal.
Right.
You
And
know what I
another
mean?
thing about that African culture, not to get off topic and not to bash, a lot of them see us as a lower class of people.
Yeah. We're not the original race.
We're
according
not
to them.
right. So they see us as, they're quote unquote, I guess, better than us.
I didn't know that.
But then some of them come over here and they say
They break up.
They say, "Oh, well, actually, we love you and we admire you.
Yeah.
That's why we come over here because we want to be like y'all."
No, the reason why
But
they
we
come
don't
over
know
here
that.
is because they're raking up on this education.
Yeah, and this
They come
money.
and this money, and they
They're
start
smarter
businesses.
than we are when
Right.
it comes to that.
And they're coming in and they're
They
taking
take advantage
they're
of their
raking up-
opportunities.
Yes,
They
that's,
do.
That's why they love us and they
Yeah.
love this country.
Yeah.
Because they come over here and they take advantage of opportunities that maybe some of us do not.
We don't, but we experience the whole slavery factor. They got to stay there.
Right.
So, I feel like our generations have suffered through that still, even though we weren't the slaves, but our people were.
ancestors.
And they passed down the mentality, the
Right.
spirit
Right.
That-
of
the
depression
spirit
and
still-
fear. It's
Yeah,
still
it's
in our
still in the
community.
drive. It's still in the, the
Yeah.
ancestral spirit.
Yeah.
You can sometimes
It
you
is.
feel it as because that was your ancestor. So
We
you
don't
still
even know
have
who
that.
we are.
Right.
Yes.
Where we come
That's
from.
the whole problem. That's why I say educate yourself.
Yeah.
Why you sitting around trying to wear the white man jeans?
Right.
Take a little of that money.
Learn how to make
Invest
jeans.
some of that money into yourself.
Right.
Invest some into knowledge. It's okay to pay for it. Read some books.
Yeah.
Right.
Read. We don't read. Now, I used to read a book every week. And I try to read something every week. Or at least once a month now, writing more.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
black people don't read.
Social media. We always on
It's-
social
I'm
media.
on Facebook. I'm on IG. Oh, you see this video?
We always
Distraction.
black people period always have their phones in their hands.
Right.
Yeah.
What they doing? They're not reading a book.
Read your history.
Distractions.
Just
Right.
read about it, and you will be amazed when you start to know your history.
Yeah.
It will make you'll wake up and you like this. Oh,
It
yeah.
makes you proud.
Yes.
It gives you that confidence.
Yes.
So, oh yeah, I guess we have talked.
Yeah. So
for-
okay.
So wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, this is a hot topic. I feel good about it.
I do too.
Just getting
Yes.
it out, and hopefully people hear, listen, and go out and try to get knowledge, spread the word.
Right.
We are the only ones that could be the change agents in our life.
Right.
Totally agree.
If we don't change it, if you don't change yourself, nobody else is gonna change you. You have to do the work, and the work starts with us. This is how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, I'm Samara
Samara, how can they reach you?
on Instagram __ Samara SAMARA. 2 more underscores, and that's that.
Okay, and Mary.
Books by Mary, IG, Facebook. If you want a good read, you want to get blessed, good word, booksbymary.com.
Nice. And I am Yfly the Hipsy on Instagram. You can reach me there. Thank you so much for watching Speak Your Truth, and we hope you tune in to the next episode.
Until next time.
Speak your truth.
Yeah.
We did that for
That
like
was
40
good.
minutes.
I like that.
We started at like 8:50, so it was like,
Really?
yeah.